Well, I tell you what, we got everything lined up here. This is go time like you've never seen tomorrow. But first of all, I just want to say what an honor it has been to start working for the last 3 months with Murray Pfaff from Pfaff Designs. This is his car, his creation called Stubby Cat. And we have been talking for quite some time. And I have the honor now of being the official engine builder of Stubby Cat Vintage Flat 4. There you go. Well, I'm going to show you a couple quick things right here. There you go. CB. We're running the filter up front, 26 millimeter, not 30, 32. This is the right way of doing it. Then we have a light and flywheel, chromoly 36 millimeter nut. We can use a torque multiplier on that. Woo! Love that torque multiplier. Then we have really gone all out. Look at this. We have the racing washer to go in there. Woo! This is a race car, I tell you. No, we have. And then we got the 74 stroker counterweight. And that's going to be running really solid with the 5.325 rods. And these are your I-beam rods. And we have the ARP style boats, but these are not ARP, but these things work wonderful for this application. And this is what we call the Porsche rods, the 5.325 and the 74. So that's more of the Porsche inspiration of the motor. Then we go into a Type 3 cooling that's going to go underneath the pistons and cylinders. And then we have the gaskets that are from Germany. We have all the good stuff. We have all new hardware. We got some really good spark plugs here from some of the vendors I work with. We got some really cool things here. We got the chromoly push rods, and these are adjustable. So if our one-to-one solid rockers with the swivel feet, if we have to change the geometry, we can cut them with that. We have a cam with a 284 duration and a 436 lift. And we have some really good Molly and Coleman Schmidt bearings. And with that cam, we got some empty. These have the EDM holes. This is the good stuff, these lifters. Over here. Now Murray's got another one, so we're not going to be using this. So we're going to just put this on building the motor, but he's got a black one. I think that came in from Empy. And then we have the rock collector. I'm sorry, the screen, but that's okay. We got the filter over here. We got a real filter. And we got the 88 millimeter AA Performance. This is the old school. It's going to be matching that Meyer Manx dune buggy. And with that, pistons and those rods and that crank, it's 1800 cc. You know why you know it's 1800 cc? Because it says 1800 cc. Woo! All right, moving on. So Empy is heavily involved also with this project. So Murray has some of their the carburetors and other things, but these are the C channels. I love these C channel Empys. That's aluminum. Those are going to dissipate the heat really, really well. And if we ever want to go to race your rockers, we got more room in there. Another hit to our friends over there, Rob and all of them at Dune Buggy Warehouse. And you're saying, why do you have 2 more sets of Molly bearings? Well, when you got a 50-year-old vintage case with new bearings, sometimes things don't fit. So you got to get a couple extras. So moving on. Now, this is vintage flat 4, and we love taking old vintage motors. Yeah, we do some newer ones, but man, we like taking these old vintage cases. And this here are some stock heads, and we've made these into what we call the super stock street heads. And so these have your standard 35 by 35.5 by 32s, but man, and then you can tell this is really nice and rough in here. We've done a good job cleaning this and getting it going, and look at that exhaust, man. that bad boy's gonna flow like there's no tomorrow. And for the valves, we got some Scat stainless steel valves. Scat's been doing these valves and these springs for, I don't know, 40 some years. I just talked to Tom Lieb and Eddie over there the other day, and these springs are rated for at least 500 lift. And so that's going to do very well with that cam and these one-to-one rockers. And on these heads, we've done our multi-angle valve job. And then on the back side of the intakes, we have our 30 degree back cut. And so those are done up really nice. So let's go over to the engine case. This is a period correct motor case. I think this is, oh, come on. Yeah, it's an AE. We had an original 1963 1200. We got it all prepped and ready at the machine shop, and Murray said, stop the boat. I want period correct. So the period correct for this case is a period correct for Stubby Cat. So it's that 72, 73. And these cases were started in 71, so it's a dual relief. Let's just say that this case was a challenge, to say the least. But we've got this thing looking really good. Went in here and just really cleaned everything up. Opened it up for a 74, actually 76 if I really wanted to. And one of the things that we're happy about is with this vintage case, we've partnered up with AMSOIL, and I'm telling you, these guys have been around since the 60s, family-run company, great people. Have any questions, you can call them and very shortly talk to the engineers. They are a hands-on company. And here we got some assembly lube we're going to be doing. And I think back in like 1971, 72, when all this was coming out, this was being designed and came out, I think 72, 73. So the AMSOIL got their first certification for synthetic oil. They had been around for years. So that really works well. On the case, we have two thin light coats on here. It was very hot behind the barn, like 102 degrees. So it's nice cooked. Look at that. We got some nice, and I like this color. It's not just flat black. It's got a little metallic to it. And I'm going to show you a couple little things here. So this case has all been opened up. We got all the oil galleys opened up. So we went through and cleaned everything out, and it's good. I'm going to say about a third of these patches were, let's just say that they were clogged. So we opened them up and it went through all the veins, cleaned them. And then even the little ones going all the way down. And sure enough, that last one had some issues with it. So we went through with a lot of the solvent back and forth and got it done. So this is all ready to be put together. We're going to bond them together with the 1211 3-bomb. And then we have a few other things. And then the thread sealant, that's going to be used. Yep, that's going to be used. The aluminums, we got aluminums. And the reason we got aluminum is once you put those things in, they're going to extract and back and forth with the magnesium, the aluminum. The others work too, but these are not coming out. And a lot of times when they come out, you have to like drill them out. They're pretty bad, but they will come out. So we're really excited about that. And the whole thing is to make this thing dependable. We're going to throw it together. So there you go. Again, what an honor. What an honor to work with Murray and Stubby Cat and Vintage Flat Forward, the official builder for Stubby Cat. Thank you so much. Here we go. Boom.